We're off here to 1 vs 1 on ever lovely Kholodny Ferma between the S. We got SexPistole fighting for king and country. The Commonwealth, the 11th Armored Division, tasked with clearing out the crowds and the command of Fortune. Fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 12th SS. Panzerdivision Hitlerjugend with encirclement, elite troops and Osttruppen with Panzerfast infantry versus mobile assault, advanced emplacement and special weapons with triple infantry there for SexPistole. Also a big thanks to Mika and Remy for supporting the Propagandacaster and donating. Most appreciated, both of you. You are what allowing me to keep doing this on a daily basis. So big thanks to you. You are what allows me to be so amazing as I am. So onwards to the fight. Here we got an M4 going to start here for Fortune with a double section maker start there for SexPistole. Moving straight here for the south there. No sandbags being set up to here, set up the field a bit ahead of his opponent. Similarly though, Fortune's not doing something similar. They're actually spreading out rather aggressively as the Wehrmacht does the Brits, which can back for a bit there. He's moving the machine gun up the centre, so seems a bit like a scattered start here by Fortune. He's trying to get his machine gun up to an aggressive position there versus SexPistole. High risk move there by Fortune. If it pays off, of course, there'll be great rewards to reap because he's going to have a machine gun in a pretty good position, covering sort of a decent area there. But on the other hand, if it doesn't work out, this machine gun's going to be caught in a bad position. It's going to be forced to retreat, and his centre's going to be wide open. So it's only a bit risky there. Fortune, there you go. SexPistole quick bring up the Vickers, and that just immediately forces Fortune to pull back his MG42 because in a straight up engagement between the two, the Vickers will win over the MG42. Point there secured. Southwest, we also got anything there, and we got more gunneries moving up here for Fortune. Neither player yet really committed to a doctor. Ultimately, does one of his bulletins is for faster grenadier training, but also Panzer grenadier, by the way. That's sort of a bit of an interesting one there, for example. So that basically means you get both types of infantry are just a bit faster. Third section on the way there for SexPistole and the 11th Army. We got the M42 Vicks. They're crossing streams of fire there in the centre. Don't cross the streams! Why? It's rude. And I guess section moving straight to the front and M42 quick suppressed there. Already low on health there. SexPistole just needs to get the devil out of there. Up north there, Pioneers continue headwards there. And the south repulsed there by section and heavy cover. Good work there by SexPistole. Though, you also got sandbags there. Grenadiers being enforced with a sniper on the way there for Fortune, trying to bleed out his opponent. Pioneers going to grab territory, and then no sandbags being laid down there by Fortune. And we got take up there as well for SexPistole. It's certainly one of the strategies now going on. There's an increasingly large number of British players who actually go for very early bolstered sections, where some will just try and sort of rush ahead and take. So in that regard, that could sort of be considered some of the openings there for the British at the moment. Fortune sort of initially standard, but sneaking in a sniper there to deal with his opponent. Certainly quite effective as the Brits with their more expensive sections and smaller sections initially. In particular, the bolster them a sniper can be quite efficient. But there you go, sniper setting up, going to be still reinforcing. No immediate take up there for Fortune, obviously getting a sniper there will certainly send a bit back, though he can still go for it now. Machine guns basically coming in the centre, basically ensuring no one gets to hit the centre victory point. It's pretty much just no man's land there. A few dead Tommies, German dead, and that's it, basically corpses and dust. Sappers there's a little rhyme, we got sandbags up north again, SexPistole proving to be ever efficient there. Section trying to sneak up there and is quickly repulsed here by the MG42, 1200 rounds per minute. Dissuades them that going northwards is a good idea. When you take up here, notice that we got a medic bunker up there for Fortune to provide medical support for his men. And right here, turning to the north section, there's going to need to start the house. Needs to get into cover. The others going to do will definitely win that one. I mean, then heavy cover, then active cover, plus the section aren't getting their cover bonuses, which means they're in a pretty bad spot. So now, but actually putting back the MG there for Fortune. That's pretty decent there from there. Good fact, almost gets the entire Vickers wipes. So now all of a sudden, SexPistole is looking at a wide open centre, but at the same time, he's making a pretty good push into the north, and Fortune is lacking the resource to immediately sort of repulse that. Still no take up there for Fortune. Oh, there we go. Just to say that, he takes.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
And there you go. Wire up here in front of the entrance of the church. Sniper then pursued by the sappers. The Sten guns there trying to get off a few hits. And we got the MD42 ready to cover up the sniper as well. Pretty much preventing him from getting the sniper to the sappers unless he gets like ridiculously lucky. And there you go. He just ends up retreating due to the presence of the gunners. But they almost got the point. He could lay down some sandbags here by the way he wanted to, you know. Made it a bit harder for him to be pushed off the fuel point. Saps there run off. Back here we got an armoured car on the way for SexPistole. Again, if a player doesn't build his sections, he could actually also go for the armoured cars, but some seem to just, be them a bit more exclusive because they don't want, put off too many resources towards both of them. They still, want to get out tanks reasonably fast, so I mean, it's either usually an armoured car or you build those sections, maybe toss on some grenades. So it certainly seems like here SexPistole is aiming for the armoured car manoeuvre, which could certainly put some pressure on Fortune, make it hard for him to use his own vehicle to support his sniper, and of course open up for more chances for SexPistole and the 11th Armour to get the sniping little bastard. Section up with the grenadiers, head down south, section forgotten by SexPistole. Sabs are reinforcing, and this section there makes it off. And meanwhile here, he has defended the fuel point away from those dastardly Huns. Got the AC Mark III moving out there. Now the player is yet to commit to a doctrine. Fortune can now build up his like to make a nice company if he so chooses. And there we go. Then this is the AC Mark III. Main gun and crack machine gun, then blast away the cover, shattered like toothpicks. And up here, Grenadiers was the section, and we got the armor car ready to flank and threaten the Grenadiers. Right now, SexPistole's got the definite advantage of this Fortune, who's now opening up for encirclement. Hello, someone besides me going for encirclement doctrine. How lovely. It actually also benefits nice with the sniper, then actually gains the sprint and might be a better chance of getting out of nasty situations. But he got lucky there, he got lucky. That of course opens up for Stormtroopers, which are pretty good infantry. Briefly consider another sniper there, but realised that was a misclick, and instead goes for the 2-2-2. Risky there versus the AC Mark III, since you have to get really lucky with it. You have to hope your opponent hits a Telemine, which Fortune, by the way, has very wisely actually laid down. Very wisely indeed. I just hope his opponent doesn't go for a Minesweeper. Otherwise, Fortune could be locked. Oh, there you go, Stormtroopers out. Arriving to support the front line for Germany. And we got the 2-2 arriving as well for Fortune. Oh, Fortuna. Troops are reinforcing healing. Might want to get the Sabs a bit closer to the other chaps. Or vice versa, get the other chaps down to the sappers. Oi, you chaps, get down there so your healing aura can affect the other men. Oh, what? Your healing aura? What are you on about? Just get down there. Big as the 2-2 storms leading up there, no immediate upgrade for me, doesn't have the munitions for anything except a bung grenade, which will certainly further delay either the Panzer or an assault rifle. In the south here we got a Rifkin off against a section. Oh! Almost gets a full wipe there. Lucky for SexPistole he didn't. Certainly tends to be one of the main reasons I lose sections. If I play the Brits, it tends to be a stray rifle grenade I don't pay attention to. Up here though we got the AC gun straight for the 2, and he's certainly proving why I think Fortune made a mistake there with the 2-2. I mean, you generally want more of them, or you want to pack 40 or something else, because just a single 2-2 there is not going to be very efficient versus the AC. Storms hitting with the sappers there. The Car-9 TKs are actually not turning, they're waiting for the trap to be sprung. Or just to get discovered. So shooting at us. Maybe we should shoot back. 9, we hold fire. Now we fire. Fire fly. Take those Tommy shits. This us if we die. Now you got the armoured car flanking impact falling away there for Fortune. Certainly much more stalwart counter to the AC. I mean, it was either going to commit to a lot of 2-2-2s. A minimum of 2, if not 3, sort of really have a decisive edge versus the AC, as it is, rather tough for an armoured car. Overall, though, fortunately being contained by SexPistole and the 11th Armoured Division. We got further tech up here for SexPistole pushing. I mean, he basically had the second fuel point there for some time, and Fortune has not easily been able to get it back. I mean, in that regard, SexPistole is definitely looking to push any advantage as their fuel vice would really get ahead of Fortune. That's definitely the right decision there for him. That is definitely the right decision. I will have to see how Fortune can do something to turn this around. There goes Sniper, though, is helping sort of bleed out and slow down SexPistole from advancing too far. And there's reinforcing troops remaining here. Could actually send down his Pioneers to hit the cop on, at least try and slow down him somehow and harass, force SexPistole to have to sort of react elsewhere close to his own base, and I think that do Fortune a lot of good. But the Pioneers so far just remain here. Of course, it might be that he's acted there to distract him away from the Telemine. He doesn't want to risk getting spotted and dealt with easily by his British opponent. since it is essentially one of his best methods of just stopping the AC right on the spot. It's reinforcing the Stormtroopers and going for a Panzerschreck here. Fortune clearly feeling a bit desperate in terms of armour. And thusly going for the Kit and Panzerbooks. He's actually moving at the Pioneers now. Bit late for that. Bit late, but Grenadiers counter-attack northwards. Pack 40 supporting, and then almost the Panzerschreck Stormtroopers will assist. Panzerschreck again straight to the Sappers. They got a bit lucky there, but ultimately their Fortune realises he has to retreat. Armoured car, weaving a bit about here, trying to go ahead. They've got Pack 40 moving further up. We've got the Stormtroopers also closing in. Small chance again getting the armoured car if SexPistole is not paying attention, but he very much is. And we got S-March going off. Oh, he mined the spot here. Oh dear. Almost got a section there. Not enough S-March though for Fortune, but still. Nice spot there to mine, by the way. If you're not paying attention, you would actually miss it because the signs are sort of more less covered by the house there, so you don't see a lot of them. So that's actually pretty nice there for Fortune there. Would have been even better if they actually got a full wipe, and you can't have everything. You got the Stormtroopers of the Panzerschrecks, which also comes up for their vehicle detection ability, which, as a fun fact, was for a moment in time completely bugged. So they basically worked like the radio intercept ability, or what it was called there, these parts and doctrine had, and it was cheap and it was on your Stormtroopers. And like right before it doesn't discover until like it was right before it actually got fixed. So that one there was a bit interesting. That one was a bit interesting. But now it just only detects vehicles. But at one point again, you could just see everything on the minimap and tactical map with it. That was nuts. Cromwell away there for SexPistole, rushing it there with the armour. Fortune could certainly try and take up. He could also go for Panzer Grenadiers. Stormtroopers try and push some kind of infantry versus SexPistole. And there you go. He is taking. He could still go for Stormtroopers or Panzer Grenadiers. He could also build a cache. Instead he's going for a second pack 40 just to further ensure himself versus enemy armor, and I think that's definitely also a really good choice. I mean, a Cromwell there, he can't really stop, can quickly do a lot of damage. For SexPistole though, we got a bit of munitions float there, not really much happening then. I do definitely consider he should consider looking into that. He should definitely look into that. I mean, a few Bren guns which don't do, I think, him a lot of good. Half check with Vickers K's could also do him a lot of good. So certainly something happening there would be rather beneficial. There you go. Got a small push here from SexPistole supporting the infantry. Cromwell armoured car storms to the rear behind the tractor. And immediately taking heavy loss there from the Cromwell. Need to retreat though for the white, which would be a big loss there for Fortune. Lose the pack 40 setting up. Shooting good penetrating hit there on the Cromwell. Troop ceiling reinforcing. Continuing westwards to defend the fuel plant from any Tommy harassment. And there you go, we do have Bren guns tonight here for SexPistole. Some light machine guns that way challenge the Huns. Fortune's infantry, besides that single Panzerschreck, is not really sufficiently upgraded to deal with the SexPistole section. They're not north here, second is going to need some car. We've got armoured car taking hit from Pack 40, looks like Darts and moving ahead. Needs to be careful for that action. There you go. Got it through the smoke there. Good work by Fortune. Good work. But there you go, close losing the Pack 40. Ceiling reinforcements. I don't think Fortune really could benefit from some Panzer Grenadiers. Again, they really help us a lot, in particular the unupgraded sections. Allow them to be a bit. Oh! What? With an incendiary explosive round from the sniper there, the BO Bachtungs round, the observation round. That was quite a loss there for SexPistole, a bit of surprise. There you go, goes for Dr. Need's Commando, trying to catch off the machine gun and possibly in the sniper. Gets light gun bomb off, catches the sniper here as well. Oh dear. Cromwelling in, there you go, catches the sniper out in the open. Can he get the bastard? He's certainly close to getting in the machine gun. Oh, Fortune up a bit too slow there. No. Gets out just in the nick of time there, avoiding death by crushing. At the same time, there's nothing. Oh, there you go. Pack 40 active cross covering the base. Very good there. And there you go. We got a heat round the way. Still, mobile assault versus encirclement. That could certainly be a challenge there for Fortune and for the 12th SS. Going to do this, finding out beleaguered inside the church, surrounded on all sides by Tommies. Well, that one's not, you know, that doesn't count. Command saying straight for the fuel point. And he's retreating, and we got a support corps finally here for Fortune. He'll probably have to rush out a Stu to take on his opponent's armor. Grabbing the field point there with the commando still, but overall we can just see SexPistole is in control most of the map. Their Fortune has been just contained there. It's not been trying to push southwards against his opponent. It has been a very aggressive and efficient start for the British player, and the victory points certainly also show it. Sniper machine moving towards the centre, got Pioneer saying southwards, with a single pack 40 also being relegated to supporting the push there. And finally some infantry being hanged southwards there by 14, a single Pioneer squad with mines just in case, because as it turns out SexPistole has not been neglecting their mines. He's been laying down some smaller fields there, making it a lot harder for them just to push for them. So there is some very nasty work there by SexPistole in this case, thwarted by a single minesweeper. So it also proves that occasionally, obstacles are good, but we want someone covering them so they can't just be easily dealt with. That was a lesson the Russians learned during Operation Barbarossa, where they in many cases lay down minefields, lay down big trenches and the like to slow down the enemy. And the problem was the Germans could just deal with them in a couple of hours because, as it turned out, they left nothing to your anti-cover set obstacles. Which again basically meant they just needed some of the minefield or something else to clear it, which is a pretty easy job if you're not getting shot at. It's the whole shooting at people while they're trying to do things that tend to make all those things really difficult. There goes Stormtrooper hit with their Raketen and Panzerbüchse, engaging the section up close. Yeah, I got one, Ludwig. Good, now get another one. There you go, falling back, pushing up here. There you go, command in ambush position, ready to unleash 7 flavors of hell. But only 2, but who's counting when you're getting shot at? Mortifier here, so forming up some artillery support. They also got a Stug on the way, that's pretty good here. SexPistole now looking a bit weaker position. His force count is showing low. We got a second commander squad out here, trying to infiltrate for something, but in this case there's a Grenadier squad there occupying the shed. Maybe in fact for that very purpose. He knew the attack was coming, so he quickly pops on into the shed to make sure there's no one there. Alright, you like to inspect your shit. Are you taking some piss on us? Nein! There might be commandos. Oh, okay. Down south here, Sappers versus Pioneers. None of the mine boy got cleared. Unfortunately, I don't think he paid attention. They realised they were there. Stormtroopers there, half 8 of HNT2. Stug almost down there for 14. They're starting to have a lot of anti-tank, but now he's getting hit by a lot of infantry elements, so that could be certainly a bit of a problem there. In particular, if SexPistole begins to upgrading his commanders with Ren guns, which, by the way, makes them pretty mean. There you go, Stug out for Fortune. Stug out. Got the mortar moving ahead, kind of using northwards. Commandos hiding out here and up there. I want to see the SexPistole just hoping to catch something off guard and wipe it using the commandos. So he's basically aiming for the sneaky approach there versus Fortune. Quick light cannon bomb. But Fortune was awaiting something. They knew those commandos were about. He knew they'd probably set up for an ambush. But there you go. Quickly moving up close with the Sten guns, cutting the Germans to ribbons in a matter of seconds. In this case, the Sniper and Stormtrooper thought they proved a bit too much of a fall there for the commandos. Stug just wrecking the shed. Is this for real? Are you ordering us to shoot a shed? There might be commandos in it. Alright, yeah, I see your point. Sailing southwards, Cromwell being repaired. He's actually gone for company command. Well, he's gone for hammer tactics. Obviously, he's gone for the company command post. If it's actually there, it was the hammer bit that I was sort of aiming at. So he's actually aiming for comets, and he's actually pretty close to it again due to his resource lead. So that's a pretty mean strategy there versus Fortune, who's again only got a Stug. But again, he's got plenty of other entertainers. So if SexPistole does get overconfident in his tactics there, he could be punished quite brutally there by Fortune with his 2 packs, a Stug and a Panzerschreck. Got the pack 40 heading northwards. Eventually feeling the Sniper, 25 kills, got the Stug moving hit. No, by the way, upgrade for the Stug. Sappers suppressing the centre, taking mortar fire. Pioneer sneaking ahead as well, probably spotting it for other targets. Although Fortune still needs to do something about the map control situation, because it's still very much in a defensive pattern, which is still allowing SexPistole to get more victory points than Fortune. It's not really, you know, allowing Fortune to break this sort of stalemate, despite again having a larger force. Of course, he's worried he might, you know, break it possibly. You know, I mean, still you have to at some point try before your opponent hits you too hard with something too big. Almost got the section of the mines. And there we go. Comet on the way for SexPistole and the 11th Armored Division. Still no upgrades for the commandos though. Still no upgrades. No light machine guns, no nothing. And neither for oh, never mind. He's going for stormtroopers with assault rifles. Stormgears. There you go. Catch the commandos off guard. Ha! Who's now appearing from shits from buildings high, you Tommy Scheisshunden. So there you go. Almost got a full wipe there. It's Fortune's time to surprise his opponent, and without immediately getting assault weapons on his sources too. Comet almost done. Stuke bombarding. Trying here to defend the coffin on this time though. We got markedly done right in front of Fortune. There you go. Fortune is very quick to deal with the sappers there. Almost wiping the entire unit, and there you go. SexPistole realises he needs to get the devil out of there. But Comet has finally arrived here. A bit more armoured punch for the 11th Armoured. From there, trying northwards. Fortune still in terms of map control, though pretty awkward. And the faster he can do something about that, I would say the better for him. The better. Stug number 2 for Fortune. Again, he knows he's behind, so I mean, the more Stugs can get, the better. And he's certainly got some assault influence to support it. Stug then gaining the Comet. The problem is, again, he's got a bit too close to no support, so he couldn't make use of the Stug's range here. There's the Comet, which certainly gives the Comet a better chance of actually gaining the Stug. And now we got the Cron moving in. There's also a mine there. I mean, this is pretty risky stuff there for Fortune, to be honest. We got the Pack 40 moving up. Their veterans won. Gonna be close. They're gonna be close. Ah! House collapsed instead, but the Stug survived. And so did the Cromwell. So second Stug on the way. The Storms are going to move straight into the mine there. That's only poor Johan there. He actually gets to die. And then he actually quickly pops vehicle detection, just so he knows where his opponent's armor's position to make sure he doesn't get flanked or anything like that. Very nice work there by Fortune. I mean, that's one of the few times I've actually seen it utilised at all. So that's pretty impressive and good to see. Though he's not really made use of much of the doctrine either. I mean, he's not, I think, used sprint, so you not break supply line, breakthrough, or close the pocket. Though close the pocket certainly requires a lot more setup, and so not just an ability to pop there. Though in theory it does offer, you know, more to cover for a lot of the frontline sections, but sectors, but it's not really that efficient. But it's useful. It's useful at times. And SexPistole there adding in a land matches for some serious rocket artillery there versus Fortune. Dispatching forces south. That's going to be a Stormtrooper there supporting a Sturmgeschütz. Müller advancing. Up north, the Storms are propulsed by the Commando, or not Commando, Cromwell Comet. Though there could be commandos nearby. It could be. You never know where there's a commando hiding. Like, for example, a full squad behind an outhouse. Do I smell tea instead of scheisse here? No. Alright. Hey! Outhouses normally don't talk. Anyway, Stuke versus Comet. You see they quickly pull back there, but commandos coming up. Let's get Stormtroopers going to use. Light gun bomb has been effect, but there you go. The assault rifle covering Stormtroopers pretty much ensure this. Ooh, there we go. Tactical advance. So good. One of my favourite abilities in the game. Almost got the commandos there. Had he been a bit more veteran, probably could have done it. He's only out the game there. So there you go. Comet going straight for the Stug. Need to put back the Stug Pack 4 sitting up there with a bit awkward position actually, so it can't properly cover. And there you go, land matches there, fighting to shatter Fortune's defensive line. His pack front cracked open. Oh no, he's actually trying to silence the mortar. Guess I was imagining a bit more than actually happened. Though he is making a bit of a stick of the land matches actually living out in the open, which could allow him to clear it out, except again, the outhouse. Except the commandos aren't moving. There you go. Guard the land matches. Actually spotted the commandos. Comet going straight for the Stuke that they can't quite pursue. So that's definitely a missed opportunity there by SexPistole. He could actually wipe that Pack 40. Which would certainly left Fortune in a slightly more sticky situation. Or smelly, if you will. Moving in again here with the vehicle detection. So again, he's ensuring his basic at all times. Got an idea there of where SexPistole is actually positioning his armor. Thus getting a bit of an intelligence advantage there, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Sehr good. He's always getting a bit more aggressive, but always still feels a bit too defensive from a taste here versus his opponent. But there you go. Comet rolling ahead there versus Stormtrooper staying hit from packs. And the Panzer 6 and the Stuke. They basically underestimated the pack frontier. Defense there by Fortune. There you go. Veteran 2 and the Stuke. Comet that survives. So do the Stormtroopers. But nonetheless, there has been impact down there up north here. Coming in. There you go. Takes heavy fire. Almost knocked out, but gets away as well. It's a bit of luck there for SexPistole. Didn't quite lose any of his tanks, but Fortune is beginning to look a lot stronger here. A lot stronger. Got Storm to the heading retreat path, and we got here vehicle crew repairs to speed up the repairs of all of his armor. And we got the Stuke rolling ahead here, though, without any support. Bit risky. I think he's going to try and rush inside the base and sort of try and knock them out there. If not for the vehicle crew repairs, it probably could have worked out. The problem is with the sappers and the vehicle crew repairs, that these comets just going to be repaired too fast for the Stuke to really have any serious impact. I suppose it can't give him time for the other ones. He even used breakthrough for that. He used breakthrough tactics. 50 fuel just to really hit a single Stuke there. I mean, if you're going to use breakthrough tactics, you might as well use both Stukes, I'm almost saying. But at least it also serves another purpose. That is, breakthrough allows him to just get out of there really fast. So, I mean, breakthrough is a really fun ability. It's basically a Mars Blitzkrieg. Sadly, with no real combat bonuses like the one in Companies 1, which gave you like higher rate of fire, decrease in accuracy, but just speed and raw firepower, which was actually pretty cool. Plus, it boosted the infantry as well. It was a really fun ability. I wish they had in Companies too. But you got breakthrough, which is almost the same. Particularly, you can use it in conjunction with the close to pocket, which is still probably one of my favorite abilities in the game, if not my favorite, because it actually takes some setup and then the payoff is amazing. Commandos heading up north there. Still feel like you can upgrade them or use them a bit more accurate at times. Also needs to be a bit more, I think, overall better with his attacks. They tend to be at times a bit piecemeal, which makes it easier for Fortune to deflect them. There you go, sneaking head up north. Pushing up for the center, got the Stukes attacking there with the pack support. Light gun bomb off. There you go, Comet taking hits. SexPistole can actually soon go for another Comet here once without certainly give Fortune quite a headache. On the other hand, he's planning for tier 4 here. He's just not getting a lot of fuel still. But there you go, he got the Comet up north there. Stuke lit it on fire, gaining veteran 3. Up north here, or south there, we got the Comet flanking in there. He couldn't turn anything about. Needs to get the Stuke there into position. Can use target weak point. We even got here over war speed to basically just outmaneuver the anti-tank to make it harder there for Fortune line up and there get them. Same Stuke even got South with Pierce moving up there before two not quite positioned. And these Storms said, oh, he's moving up close there. It's going to move in line of fire of the Comet anyways. Not sure why I moved it like that. Oh yeah, you could have used break from him to get out fast and get the others two closer. There's also a break for him using sort of a quick engagement there. There you go, going after the Comet. The Stuke need to be careful. We've got these pack supporting here. We get off a target weak point. And there you go, heat round loaded and fired. Leaving SexPistole's Comet in a lot of trouble. He's actually not going for another one when he could have. That's only a bit of a mistake there. Stuke going in there, you go Panzerfaust off, and that Comet's going to go down to the Stuke. Grenade almost one on the pack forward, but not quite. And there you go, Comet down. Big loss there for SexPistole and the with Armored. Finally going for another Comet here. He's certainly starting to fall behind Fortune a lot more aggressively. And there you go, almost losing a command squad. There we got the Stormtrooper squad here, number 3 of running, covering, flying there, go wiping out the poor devils. It's looking pretty rough here for SexPistole. A slightly inefficient use of resources at times, and also just I think at times not quite efficient use of his attacks either, which made it again easier for Fortune to repulse them quite efficiently. Bunker up to cover the south. Interesting positioning though. I mean, it's pretty easy to deflect from, but then again, if you try to set up, they'd be similarly, easily, flanked from there. So I'm not entirely sure what to make of this setup. Because generally, you don't see it like this, though. Generally, don't see the machine gun. I mean, you could probably set it up here. Actually, that'd probably be the best position, so we're able to cover here without really being easily flankable by anything. But that's just me. Up north here, the gun has been put back by the commandos. The remaining commandos got for SexPistole. He's got his second Comet tank out, adding the tank commander as per usual. Stormtrooper in a note, he's setting up for a flank on the position. He knows there's something there, so he wants to use the Stormtrooper to cut off the tree path and use tactical advantage. The problem is that there's a Comet moving in there to disrupt his flank. He's got no immediate tank support. So overall, I like the move here, but fortunately again, that was actually a pretty clever flank. But in this case, there's a counter move here with the commandos pulling out of the shed. The one shed he did not destroy. Within his reach, that is. But this shed also got destroyed. So there's only like 2 sheds left. And that one's definitely was the bigger threat, so maybe should shed a tear with that one. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, Comet firing at the Stug, getting some good hits there, very close, 23 by way, extremely close. If you can get there, the Comet might actually lose. And very close. They both, though, miss each other. We got the commandos pushing in it against Fortune's exposed support weapons. Moving up through here, machine gun bunker bar unit upgrading has been cleared out with the Piets there by SexPistole. A bit unfortunate there for Fortune. Grenades off, troops being suppressed. Stu trying to crush. They're going to get to crush, gaining veteran the free foot. Aha, they crushed someone. It's metal time. Gets a bronze medal for crushing ein Tommy. It's a bronze jackboot. I hope he gets silver one day. There you go, almost got there. The Comet going in there in hot pursuit. Veteran free again means fast and high rate of fire. Sneaky Fortune, there you go, gets the Comet. A big loss there for SexPistole. Big loss.
The enemy have knocked out a Comet tank.
South here, London is got fighting off. The set holding off there. Big rough grenade there. And, oh! Almost wiping the entire sapper section. And with this, though, SexPistole gives up. His spirit broken here by Fortune's stout defense and excellent use of the Stug, and of course, Stormtroopers with assault rifles. Probably the best Wehrmacht infantry unit in the game. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this shorter battle, a brutal fight of wits here on Kholodny Ferma. SexPistole standing out nicely, but again, to some extent, failed to quite fully capitalize on it. Also, his attacks as the game went on become increasingly scattered, just piecemeal, which over made it again easy for Fortune to defeat them. And that's one thing I have to be careful about, just sending units in one at a time, because it will allow opponents to just with more ease just focus them down and deal with them. So generally, you want like bigger attacks of the game going on with more coordination, bigger planning, actual more support, which is supposed to be what mobile support isn't very good at, actually. That's personally why I prefer Commando Regiment. I mean, it has more expensive commandos, but it has abilities that just supports an assault much better than, well, mobile assault does, to be honest. So that's something that, he could have considered instead. But also certainly just flanking better with his armor. Maybe a Morton placement instead of the, land matches, which he got destroyed anyways. As for Fortune, he was, I feel, too passive at times. Could have been more aggressive, could have laid down more mines here and there. But overall, did pretty well in terms of what he got with and had to deal with. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay and a feedback in the comment section. Links or details there in the description. Please provide leaderboard ranking and so on there. Details as to the match itself. And of course, if you like what I do on a daily basis, do consider supporting my PayPal or Patreon. Links also in the video description. This is Imperial Lane signing off. See you all tomorrow for another signing episode. Bye.